Hello and welcome. My name is Shane Lilley. I'm a security operations expert at OpenText, and today I'm going to show you how we can use ArcSight search to better enable security analysts to uncover hidden compliance and security issues by going beyond straight string and substring matching. Today's ArcSight search demonstration will highlight the following values and benefits. Greater depth of search, the ability to search further than simply looking for strings and substrings. Secondly, enhanced visibility, finding that needle in a haystack with the use of powerful industry standard RegEx pattern matching. And thirdly, enhanced hunt capability with searching against unstructured event data. So let's get started. I have events from my organization flowing into the ArcSight platform. So let's get a quick look at what's currently coming into my system. I can run a quick search here for the last 30 minutes, and I can clearly see many different events from various vendors, as you can see. I can head over to the field summary view here, click on the field summary, and you'll see aggregation of the different CEF field names, one of which is the device vendor. And here you'll see I've got many different device vendors flowing into my system, but one of which is my custom banking application, GFS Bank. I can click on that and be immediately taken to a search which has already filled out everything that's required to return just GFS banking application events. So I've achieved this search with the use of the pipe operator, which the platform has instigated for me. I can achieve the same thing with a new search by simply beginning to type the term device vendor. We'll go ahead and do that now. Device vendor. I can press tab and be presented with a list of options there for contains and equals and so forth. And then I can begin to type my vendor, GFS Bank. And as you can see, the ArcSight platform has already highlighted two known GFS based vendors, two custom applications that are flowing into my ArcSight platform. I can scroll down to the correct vendor, press tab, and it's immediately filled out for me. I can then press enter and my search is kicked off. So this is achieved exactly the same thing as when I went to the field summary. As you can see from my results set, there are plenty of CEF fields with structured and normalized data. However, in some cases, we may have event data that is not parsed or parsed only partially. It would be rather unfortunate to actually have credit card numbers present and parsed within CEF fields. This would be a clear compliance violation. However, if they are present, they are likely to be hidden amongst the raw unparsed data within an event. So a powerful feature of the ArcSight platform is to not only capture normalized CEF, but we can also capture the full raw device event and even apply a cryptographic integrity check on those events. I can click on the raw event view here, and I can now see the actual raw, completely raw, unparsed events. This may have the information that is unstructured, not necessarily parsed in a CEF field, but that's okay. ArcSight has captured absolutely everything, and it allows me to search this seemingly unstructured data too. Let's scroll through some of the raw events, and I can clearly see plenty of SQL statements being executed, all which look pretty normal to me. But what if I want to take a closer look at where there may be in fact PCI or PII information leakage occurring? Normally this data would be encrypted at the very least to minimize the risk of it being used in an unsavory manner. So how can we look deeper into some of these SQL statements and result sets which may have some pretty random looking data in there? Are there in fact credit cards present? The solution here is to employ ArcSight's new powerful RegEx based search functionality, which takes us to a whole new level in terms of search granularity and pattern matching. If you're familiar with RegEx, you'll know that you can effectively uncover event data that requires us to match known patterns instead of static strings and substrings, or number sequences and the like. A credit card is such an example of this. Visa, MasterCard, American Express and others all have known reliable regex in which to match against their respective card type. So let's see if credit cards are in fact present. I'm going to update my search by simply adding an and, because I want to add to this search. And then I'm going to call upon a saved search, and you'll see my list of saved searches appear. Now some of these are out of the box, and of course I can create my own. So as you can see here, I can scroll down to hash credit cards. And again, hit the tab key, and ArcSight is again auto-completing that for me. I can then press enter and kick off that search. Within a few seconds, I can see a rather unfortunate result set, one that seemingly contains credit card numbers. Let's take a closer look. Here, for example, is a seemingly benign string, but hidden in here is in fact a valid Visa credit card number. The same thing goes for the next line here. This is actually a valid MasterCard number. So I have clear examples of credit card compliance violations. As you can see from the timeline, the number of hits is very small when compared to the number of overall GFS bank events. So we've found our needle in a haystack compliance issue with the power of regex. This information would be virtually impossible to unearth by analysts and compliance teams when we see how embedded and how few credit card numbers are actually present in the millions of events that are flowing into our system. Now the next obvious question is, what is actually inside my saved search? Let's click on the arrows, and like any other saved search, we can expand that very easily. I click on the two arrows here, and it immediately expands out my search. Let's take a quick look at what's going on here. I'm using a new powerful operator called where-SQL. This is effectively allowing me to call literally any SQL and regex type function available in our search engine. The rest of the function is saying I want to search within the raw event, in other words, anything and everything that may or may not have been parsed into Ceph. But what is the rest of this function saying? Well, this is literally just a powerful piece of known regex that is well known and to be highly reliable for detecting many different credit card vendors in one search. You could in fact break this down to not only look for perhaps American Express or Visa or MasterCard or Diners or any other that you're actually interested in, but this particular piece of regex allows us to search for several different card types in one search. Now we certainly don't want to memorize this regex, hence I've saved it, and I can call upon it and add it to any search as we've seen performed here today. So the benefit and value here is ArcSight has allowed me to drill down into seemingly unstructured data and extract credit cards with powerful pattern matching thanks to industry standard regex. Today's demonstration has highlighted the following values and benefits. Firstly, greater depth of search, the ability to search further than simply looking for straight strings and substrings. Secondly, enhanced visibility, finding that needle in a haystack with the use of powerful industry standard regex pattern matching. And thirdly, enhanced hunt capability with searching against unstructured event data. Thank you for watching. My name is Shane Lilley at OpenText, and I hope you've enjoyed today's demonstration. We hope to see you again next time.